Hey guys, so this is going to be going over some of the parts of, or the rhythm parts of Dissonant Hand. This one is at 180 BPM on your friendly metronome, which I don't really have. I have 176 or 184. Lovely. Either way, this one is pretty straightforward. The rhythm section is really kind of simple. It's more of like a driving riff rather than anything kind of complex or fancy. So the first and really the three places we stick with on the fretting are open, then move to the second fret, and then the fourth fret. So that really opens up the song and kind of carries out through most of it. The opening starts off. So that repeats, and then it goes. So that really goes throughout the intro, the whole first verse. I like to think of the first verse is broken into two halves, which is really just, where the vocals first come in. That would be the first half, and then the second half is when the drums go into more of the tom fills, and then the lead part comes back in and going. Over all of that. So when it goes into that part, it goes. And that's the transition riff right into the lead part. So for that first transition, all it is starting on the, again, you guys have this in the tabs for the actual fretting, but it goes. And when I go to do that, I do, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, 1, 2, 3. And then when I do this, I don't pick this. I do a hammer on and pull up. So, and yeah, so that would be the riff that leads right into that lead part. The transition is, and then the lead goes da-na-na-na-na, and then the guitar goes. And then it stops. So for the first 3 times, the riff is exactly the same. The rhythm guitar and bass are playing the same thing. And then on the last part, it speeds up, so it goes. And then it cuts right when the lead guitar part goes into. And then transitions into that rhythm. It pauses for the lead guitar to do the. And then right when it hits the, that's when everybody comes back in. So it's. Now the actual guitar itself is going to meet me right here and land on the. So it's not fully just hitting the open chord first, it's going to that. And then that. The bass starts off right away. The bass actually, for this part, when it's going, the bass slides down and goes, and then just goes right into open. So that part, as you're doing that part, there's, I think after a couple times of doing the riff, when it goes back into the open part, there's actually a part where it is kind of chugged open instead of totally staccato in between. It's held open. It goes. And when it comes back up to the 5th fret after that, it's back to staccato. So then after that, the part that leads into the solo goes like this. So you're on the 5th fret. So slide up to that note, then it goes from 7, so and then right there it leads into the solo rhythm part. It's also fairly straightforward. It's the same triplet pattern, and just kind of on the lower 1st fret. So it goes. So it does that for a little while. Then it switches up at one point. It goes on to the 1st fret. And then back into the original solo rhythm part, except it's chugged and held open. So versus the original, which goes. The second half is.